Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I feel like I say that every single time I post something here, because it's true. I mean, I'm not super active. I'm not super consistent with when I post, and I'm sorry about that. Um, and yeah, I mean, this video is going to be pretty multifaceted, I suppose, in the sense that it's going to be a little all over the place. Um, but it's mostly just to update you guys, because I know you guys have been asking for, some of you have been asking for my 2021 AP scores, and others have been asking for a college reveal, or just what I'm studying, what my future plans are, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd assume most people are here for to see my scores. I'm gonna preface this by saying that it's not going to be a raw reaction because these are my 2021 scores, so I'm really late to the game. So I already know my scores, so it's just gonna be me giving you my predictions and then just showing you my scores. And yeah, I already had my predictions written down, so I'll just be reviewing those again and then showing you my scores. And then there will also be timestamps in the description below, because before I get into my AP scores, I'm also just going to give you a brief update on what I've been up to and what my future plans are and stuff like that. So if that's not of interest to you, which it very well may not be, and that's totally okay, you can skip past this part and either go to my predictions or my scores when I reveal my scores. And that's pretty much all I had. So as I said, I will start by giving you guys a brief update, not super long. If you have additional questions, just let me know in the comments or reach out to me on my socials. That's totally fine. But I think some of you know, but I study at Purdue University. I am triple majoring in linguistics, Spanish, and Italian studies. And yeah, I think my AP experience definitely helped with that, helped facilitate that process because I'm able to triple major, and because I had 125 credits come over, I'm able to actually graduate by the end of this next year. So I already finished my first year at Purdue, and I only have one more year left until I graduate. So I'm able to triple major in 2 years, which is just crazy. I never ever thought that would be possible. And but yeah, it's super nice that I've, basically I haven't had to take any general education classes with the exception of a communications course. There really isn't. I didn't have any credit in that. There isn't really an AP course for that, which is understandable. But basically that means I've just been able to take classes for my major. That's pretty much what I've been doing, and so it's super nice. I've just been able to dig in right away. I've had research experience. I was a research assistant for a Spanish intonation task. I've also conducted a mini project on a topic in Spanish phonetics. If you want to know more about that, just ask me. I mean, I can definitely tell you a lot more about it, but I don't want to speak in tongues. There's a lot of jargon in it, so I figure that will suffice. Definitely the transition between high school and college was not as drastic as I thought it was going to be. I know a lot of people tell you that when you take AP classes that those are not going to compare to the college level classes. They're not going to cover as much detail as the college courses will. At least in my experience, I have found that to be completely the other way around. I have found that to be completely false. If anything, I actually think the college courses are easier than the AP courses, to be completely honest with you. The exams especially, the exams are way, way easier than the AP exams. I mean, keep in mind this might vary case by case. I mean, on an individual basis, it might be different. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I don't want you to get discouraged if you're struggling in your AP classes, because they're meant to be hard. That's just the nature of the class. So personally, I found the college courses to be much easier, and my grades have also been much higher in my college courses. So yeah, I think just don't get discouraged. At least in my experience, it does get easier. I think if anything, the courses got easier, but the workload was a little bit more. So that's just how my experience has been. But yeah, if you have any questions about what life at Purdue is like, or just college life in general is like, let me know, and I can answer those questions and hopefully alleviate some stress if you're currently in that process right now of choosing a college or transitioning to college. So I'll leave it at that. I'll stop rambling, and we'll progress into the AP score reaction portion of this video. So first, I'm just going to give you just what my predictions were. And again, I already know my scores, so I'm going to be speaking about this in the past tense, just giving you what my original predictions were, and yeah, just going from there. So I've had quite the rigorous experience with AP. Kind of like every year, I just gradually took more and more AP exams, like almost at an exponential rate. My friend was telling me that, and yeah, like my freshman year I took 2, the next year I took 4, then I took 10, then my senior year I took 13. So those are the 13 I'm going to be reacting to, or not reacting to, showing you later on. So I took 5 of them as classes through my high school. I took Spanish literature, U.S. government, world history, macroeconomics, and physics 2. And I self-studied the other 8. So I self-studied chemistry, English literature, environmental science, computer science principles, both of the physics 2 exams, so physics 2 mechanics and physics 2 electricity and magnetism, and then French and Italian. So yeah, that's what I have. And then as for my predictions, I'll just go through the ones I actually took. So macroeconomics, the multiple choice was super smooth. The FRQs were okay, but there was one at the end where I completely messed everything up. It was one of those where the first answer impacts all the other ones, and I messed up the first one. So I'm kind of mad about that. So I think I would like to say a 5, but I think that one question might have screwed me over. So I'm gonna say a 4 on that one. And then with physics 2, that was just way harder than I thought it was going to be. I was actually kind of confident going into it, but that was just so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Kind of a bummer, but I think I got a 3 on that one, particularly because one of the FRQs was on modern physics, which I suck at. So yeah, I think a 3. And then yeah, with Spanish, Spanish literature, I think I got a 5, if not a 4. I think I just really enjoyed the class. It's a lot of work, but I would definitely recommend taking it. It's really fun. I'm biased because I study Spanish, so yeah, but I think in general it was pretty straightforward, and I think most likely a 5, if not 4. And as for world history, most likely a 5, I think. The multiple choice was a breeze. The FRQs were strange, but not too bad. So I think probably a 5. And then U.S. government, I think I probably also got a 5 on that one. I think it was pretty much what I was expecting. The FRQs were actually pretty easy in comparison to what I thought they would look like, so that was nice. And yeah. And then for chemistry, I'm honestly not sure why I self-studied this one. Chemistry, it's like one of those things, for me, it's like no matter how much I study it, I never get any better at it. It's just not very intuitive to me. It doesn't click with me at all. So I didn't have high hopes for this one, and I don't know, I could have done better if I just knew the content a little bit more, but the problem is I just cannot internalize the content for some reason. So it's like, for me it was a confident 3, like I'm pretty certain I got a 3. And then for computer science principles, hands down the easiest AP exam I've taken, so definitely a 5 for sure. And then English literature, I'm thinking a 4. The multiple choice was rough for me, but I think the FRQs kind of made up for that, so probably a 4. And environmental science, I'm thinking a 5. The multiple choice, this was kind of the other way around. Like the multiple choice was pretty good, but the FRQs were a little bit more iffy. Like I feel like they were a little bit repetitive, which kind of threw me off. But the multiple choice, I think, except for the end of it was kind of weird, like some of the questions towards the end. But in general, it was a pretty straightforward exam, I think. So, yeah. And French, again, this is one I don't really know why I took. Like, I didn't really need it per se, but yeah, and I'm also kind of like, I don't know why I did this. Like, I'd only been studying the language by myself for about like a month, the month prior to the exam, which I wouldn't recommend. I was just surprised I was able to like write and speak in French, I think, relatively well. But it was really the listening that was just like so hard for me, because like French is just a language with a lot of like contractions, and it's kind of like designed to sound really nice and flow nicely. And a lot of the words, like, they are spelled differently and mean different things, but they're pronounced the same way, and so that's really hard for me. You know, it makes it hard to understand. So that was like really hard for me, and I feel like I guessed on most of those questions. So probably a 3 at best, if not a 2. That's what I'm thinking. And then with Italian, Italian is like what I care about the most. Like, it's like my favorite topic to study, like, of all time. I love it so much. It's such a beautiful language. I started self-studying it like consistently like 3 years ago. So 2 years ago, as of when I took the AP exam. And yeah, I definitely got at least a 4, hoping a 5, because I care about it so much, and you know, it just means a lot to me. So I was like really hoping for a 5 on this one, and I felt like I felt like I was pretty comfortable with the exam, so I feel like there's a good chance I got a 5, if not a 4. And then with both of the aphysicsc exams, I have the same story for both of them, both electricity and magnetism and mechanics. I feel like I got a 4 on both of them because really I feel like I knew the content, especially for mechanics. With E&M I was a little bit more rusty, but it was really just the timing. Like, you have to do, for both of the exams, they're both an hour and a half long, and it's like you have multiple choice and FRQs in that hour and a half period, like both of them. So each of them are 45 minutes, which is just it like flies by. Like, it's just, you have no time at all, and it's just crazy. And I'm not a fast test taker, and that's really what screwed me over. I should have practiced them a little bit more, is really what I should have done. But yeah, I think I still did well enough to where I could have gotten I definitely passed them both for sure, but probably a 4. If I'm lucky, maybe a 5, but probably not. Just because a lot of the FRQs I left, or parts of the FRQs I left blank because I didn't have time. So that's what I would say. So if you guys want a quicker run through of my predictions, you can skip to this part of the video if you want. But my predictions for my scores would be a 3 on chemistry, a 5 on computer science principles, a 4 on English literature, a 5 on environmental science, a 3 maybe on French, and a 5, maybe a 4 on Italian, a 4 on macro, a 3 on physics 2, a 4 on both of the apphysicsc exams, a 5, maybe a 4 on Spanish literature, a 5 on US government, and a 5 on world history. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, those are my predictions. And now I will show you my scores. Again, it's not going to be like a reaction. It's going to be like, I'm just going to show you my scores because I've already seen them. I'm sorry. Alright, so now you can see my screen. I just have this random page up. So, okay, I'll just show you my scores. And yeah, I'm not gonna, I want to make this genuine. I've already seen my scores, so I just want to make this genuine for you. So you're not going to see me like reacting to them as I did with my 2020 video. If you want to see a genuine reaction, you can look at my 2020 reaction. But I'll just show you what I got. Alright, so yeah, chemistry. as predicted, I got a 3. Not surprising. I'm honestly satisfied with that because I suck at chemistry, so I'm satisfied with that, to be honest. Computer science principles, yay! I got a 5. That makes me happy. That's what I was expecting, so that's good. Literature, I got a 3. When I first saw it, I was honestly kind of sad about that. I still passed, which is really nice, but at my university, if you get a 4 or a 5, it like counts for credit. If you get a 3, it counts for undistributed credit is what they call it, which basically means that it counts for elective credit, but it doesn't count for like one specific course. So, I mean, it didn't matter because I already had the credit for laying, so it's okay. But I was kind of upset about that, but it's all right. And then environmental science, I got a 4, which I was expecting a 5, but in terms of credit, it didn't really make a difference for me because I got a credit with a 4 or a 5, so it's okay. But I think it was probably the FRQs that kind of brought my score down because I think I did a little bit better on the multiple choice. But yeah, it's okay. Then French, I got a 4. I was really shocked by that. As I was mentioning in my when I was giving my predictions, I'd only self-studied the language for like a month prior to the exam. Granted, my knowledge of Spanish and Italian did help a lot, but yeah, I was like so excited. I was like not sure how I got a 4 on that. Really happy with that for sure. Yeah, the speaking must have brought my score up. The speaking and the writing probably brought my score up, but I was really happy with that. And then Italian, I got a 5. Super happy about that. Italian is like, that's the one I cared about the most for sure. I love Italian so much. If you have any if any of you are learning Italian or wanting to, let me know. I can definitely give you some tips and recommend you some YouTube channels and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, super happy about that. I got a 5 on that. Macro, I got a 4. That's as I predicted. That's pretty much it. Physics 2, I got a 4, which was really surprising. I was very happy about that. The exam was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, so I will take a 4 for sure. And then Physics C on both of them. I got a 4 on both of them, as I predicted. So yeah, that's really nice. Spanish literature, yay, I got a 5. I was really happy about that because I really liked this class, and yeah, it was really enjoyable for me, so I'm really happy about that. I got a 5 on government, which was also as I predicted. And I got a 5 on world history, which is again what I predicted. So yeah, in general, pretty happy. I'm just glad I passed them all, to be real with you, because with French and chemistry, I was not 100% sure I was going to pass them. Even with physics too, I wasn't sure I was going to pass that one. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how I did. And I guess if you're wanting to see my previous scores, this is what I got in previous years. And yeah, this pretty much concludes my AP experience. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely really glad to be done with these AP exams and done with the College Board, hopefully for good. I can't see a reason why I would need to engage with them again, but knock on wood. But yeah, as terrible as the College Board is, as we know, these AP exams have really helped me get a head start on, my college life, and I had so many transfer credits, and I'm able to graduate 2 years early, which is super nice. But anyway, that being said, I know I'm posting this in 2022, but hopefully your exams have been going well. I know I'm kind of posting this after most of you have taken your exams, but I hope they went well for you, and best of luck on if you're taking makeup exams. Good luck on those. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm typically faster at responding if you reach out to me on my socials, but I can try to respond if you comment on this video as well. But yeah, definitely let me know if you have any questions. If you have any specific questions for any of these AP exams or classes or whatever that I mentioned, even if it's one I didn't earn a 5 on, I can still help you and like give you some tips, maybe what I would have done differently, because I certainly would have done a lot differently for some of these. Particularly with the language ones though, like Spanish and Italian especially, and like French, German, yeah, like those 4 I think have like the same structure. Chinese and Japanese are a little different, and Latin is a whole nother thing, but yeah, like particularly with the language exams, I know the structure of those pretty well, so I can definitely help you with those. For those of you that are taking those, or with like Spanish literature, or really with any of them though, I can definitely give you some input that may be helpful to you. So definitely reach out. And yeah, that's really all I have for you. So thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon in a later video. So take care.